Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is brought to you by Stamps.com. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type INSIDE to claim your special offer today.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Tuesday.
Yeah, it's another edition of Terrible Tuesday featuring adult internet crybabies and a freaky blue blur that enslaved a bunch of animators to make a kids movie that is just okay.
Meow. And then I'll show all my gross little hedgehog teeth. All right, guys, let's settle in and talk about Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Oh, what a long and winding road this one has been. Triumph and loss all smashed together like a ball of wet bread. Despite a lot of drama and some lukewarm reviews, this movie's doing big business, baby! Ooh. Hollywood! Oh, and we have Autumn on camera. Yeah. On camera, on mic, in the studio.
But not too much.
Well, just a little bit.
It's a wide angle. Okay.
So can I can toss to Autumn, right?
No,
secondary toss?
Absolutely not. This is for bits and goofs exclusive. This is a goof only zone.
And for when we call Autumn a gamer.
No news.
Yeah. No! See, you saw that. That's the magic of filmmaking. All right, Zach?
I'm gonna play the utter contrarian here. I liked Sonic. The internet is, agreeing, finally a video game movie that's not, utter, hot, rotting garbage. Internet bullying works, confirmed.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
Cyberbullying. Well, Inside Gaming is now fully welcoming bullying in the comments below.
Oh god, no.
Do your worst!
Oh, I'm gonna cyberbully.
The movie had a 3-day opening weekend of $58 million here in the US, and when you add the international markets, that total was more than $100 million. Yowza!
I mean, this movie looks like it was made just for the international markets.
And that's the Sonic catchphrase. This movie was made for just international markets. No spoilers for all the
I don't want to spoil nothing about this movie.
For the people who haven't seen it, like both of us.
No. We've seen it. I love the scene when he goes fast.
I did like that part when he went fast. Yeah,
he has
cool.
to.
Yeah.
It even made a little history, setting a new record for the biggest domestic opening ever for a video game movie.
Ben Schwartz, who voiced the blue blur, thanked the fans, saying, "It's all because of the fans that we are here. Thanks for your feedback, your passion, and for your love of Sonic. You did this." Yeah, you're welcome, Schwartzy, you beautiful son of a b****.
By today, Sonic's 4-day domestic total is up to $70 million, and analysts think it could gross a total of $200 million. Not bad, right, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty impressive turnaround for a movie that pretty much everyone thought was gonna be a gigantic mess. I mean, like, Sonic really did have all the makings of a disaster after the first trailer came out early last year, and fans pretty heavy-handedly revolted against the original design of Sonic.
Those fans don't know what's good for them. No one wants a good Sonic movie. Who cares? Give us
the Snyder cut.
Yes.
Give me Nightmare Sonic.
And even if you can't do that, still don't release the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's definitely not good.
Sonic does look a lot like my sleep paralysis demon, especially the teeth and his legs and everything else about him. Just last night I woke up in a cold sweat thinking about that freaky ass mouth. Who signed off on this? That's like when like a 10-year-old draws someone and they draw each tooth with all the gums and it's like, look, I made a picture of you. It's like, ah!
Huge space between each tooth.
That's that scene from the trailer where like James Marsden kicks in the door and is like legitimately scared. Now it does not make near as much sense because he's cute.
Yeah, it looked like a human and Sonic had been bred together in some sort of unholy mashup. Oh, weird. Unlike this image here, which is the holiest mashup ever created, and it deserves to be hung in the Vatican.
The holiest of holies.
The body of Sonic.
Meow. Sonic fans can be known for being a little particular, but considering it's the main character of the movie, you've got to get that right. I disagree.
The movie is the definition of just okay, Zach, and it was not worth deucing these animators into oblivion. If they had kept Demon Sonic, it would have been a movie that people would not shut up about, like Cats, which is a literal nightmare jackhammered into reality. Judi Dench staring into my soul with her weird, smooth cat head changed me, and her human hand and wedding ring. I mean, that movie sucks a lot of ass, and people love that about it. Yeah. Rocky Horror, The Room, Birdemic. There's a pedigree for dirt awful movies, and I would have loved to have seen Sonic join their ranks. To be fair, that doesn't really translate to money made at the box office, and Sonic is doing pretty damn good in that arena.
All of those movies were, I'm pretty sure, flops at the box office.
Cats made like 6.5 million open. I mean, Cats is just proof that guerrilla marketing on Twitter is not a good idea.
They're cats, not gorillas. It's cat marketing.
I would have watched a gorilla-only cut of Cats.
Let's do Cats, but they're gorillas.
I'm going to the Heaviside layer.
Memory.
With Cavity as a gorilla.
Scribble shakes the ape.
Scribble shakes the Railway cake.
This is too much for a Tuesday. We gotta get back.
The director Jeff Fowler wrote on Twitter, "The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be. Every single one of us is going to work equally as hard to make this thing great, including our corporate overlords that are now forcing us to say goodbye to our families for the foreseeable future. Really appreciate that, Paramount. Don't look behind the curtain. That's where they keep the animators."
And amazingly, they pulled it off. Every single one of them. Man, those big bosses sure do work hard, don't
Great
they?
work.
But hey, as long as we get our toy movies, right? Well, Sonic has definitely gotten a quick start out of the gate.
I'm a horse. Yeah, you know I play the pony, so I get that
He's
reference.
fast. It's already made back the $87 million that the movie cost to make. That's not including marketing costs, but hey, the movie's only been out for a few days, so.
Yeah, the really good news for the movie is that audiences liked what they saw. Sonic had an A cinema score from audiences.
Had a cinema score.
People's standards are so low now, which is a great sign. I wonder what the score would have been if they'd kept that first sign. Solid F for he's eating my limbs. Oh God, what's wrong with his mouth? Oh God, kill it! Kill it! People are so satisfied with mediocrity now. I would so much rather have than mediocrity, which is what we could have gotten.
Anyway, Paul Durgarabedian, a senior media analyst with Comscore, said that huge changes to marketing or the movie itself are usually a kiss of death, because generally speaking, it connects the film with something negative. This was really a huge win because the studio was able to, in an efficient way, take that negative and turn it into a positive. I love all these film people that are unfamiliar with the lore of Sonic, which is somehow persisting through being absolute garbage for decades.
Yeah,
this is his thing.
This is completely in line with how Sonic has
It's the
always
Sonic
been.
brand.
Right, he runs fast from irrelevance. Yeah. Zach, thoughts?
Yeah, with the delay of Sonic, it was a chance for the director and the studio to show that they were taking fans' concerns seriously, and people seem to appreciate that. It really makes history as the day that the internet discovered it's not just shouting into the void. The void has a face, and it's a terrifying monstrosity. Honestly, we're kind of torn here. It is cool that they were so willing to listen to the fans on this one, because that's definitely not cool how the brunt of that work fell on the animators' shoulders, who were then fired, which we'll get to in a sec. But we do want to take this as a win. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, at what cost?
Speaking of costs, we all know somebody who needs a sweet discount on stamps. If that sounds like you or a loved one, have we got an ad for you?
Yeah, today's episode of Inside Gaming is brought to you by Stamps.com. Postage rates have gone up again. Would you believe it? Thankfully, Stamps.com eases the pain with big old discounts off of post office retail rates. With Stamps.com, you can save 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off shipping rates. That kind of savings really adds up, especially for small businesses. Plus, Stamps.com is completely online, which saves you time. Duh, no more inconvenient trips to the post office. Who wants to do that? It's cold out there. Stamps.com brings all the services of the US Postal Service right to your computer. Whether you're a small office sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or even a warehouse sending thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official US postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want it to go. You see the trend here, anywhere. Once your mail is ready, just hand it to your mail carrier and drop it in a mailbox. It's that simple. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Stamps.com not only saves you time, it saves you money too. With Stamps.com, you get discounted postage rates that you can't even get at the post office. Not to mention, it's a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. And there's no equipment to lease and no long-term commitments either. Stamps.com is a no-brainer trying to save you time and money. It's no wonder over 700,000 small businesses already use Stamps.com. So right now, our viewers can get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in INSIDE. That's Stamps.com, INSIDE. That's Stamps.com, special code INSIDE.
Anyway, as long as the final product is fine, people are willing to forgive a delay, although get back to me when Animal Crossing New Horizons releases and we'll see if I still feel that way.
Sorry, but that's all the time I've got.
You like that stupid baby game, right?
Big fan.
God.
I'm kidding, I've played plenty of Animal Crossing.
Wah,
All right, it's also possible that all the controversy might have helped the movie too.
Critics, though, weren't as pumped about Sonic, though, right, Zach?
Yeah, it scored a 64 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 47 on Metacritic. Maybe they also just wanted to see a terrifying Sonic run around for 2 hours. On the positive side, the Los Angeles Times, our hometown paper, called it, quote, legitimately funny, heartwarming, and entertaining. Critics also praised Jim Carrey's portrayal of Dr. Robotnik. The AV Club, though, called it a nattering chore that feels written by committee and directed by indifferent machine.
Yeah,
A nattering chore, what the
that's pretty normal now.
to be called a nattering chore?
No, to have
No,
like
that's insane.
To have like 11
ridiculous. What did Biden call that random girl that asked the question? Dog-faced pony soldier.
And
Yeah,
it wasn't
dog-faced
even
pony
like
soldier, yeah.
it wasn't even an insult. It was like a,
But hey, video game movies are ultimately for the fans, and on that front, the movie did deliver. I mean, these movies aren't going to be nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, but they're nostalgia.
Fans will try.
Yeah, they'll try. Damn
You
it.
may try.
They're nostalgia bait for older fans and something kid-friendly for newer ones.
So the suits at Paramount were stoked about the Sonic's box office returns. I mean, duh. They like movies that make money. And they worked so hard to fix this movie for you guys, so hard. So this comes at a time when Paramount really needed a hit after some bombs like Gemini Man, Terminator Dark Fate. I don't even know what Paramount's making.
Gemini Man.
We were watching a preview for Gemini Man, and when the first shot comes up where it's Will Smith versus Will Smith, someone just goes, "Oh,
It is funny that Ang Lee somehow resisted the temptation to have old Will Smith, young Will Smith, and be like,
Paramount execs admitted that they pulled off a pretty unusual feat with the character remake. Yeah, you guys really did it.
Zach, what did Paramount's president of domestic distribution, Chris Aronson, say?
I can't remember another time there's been a reset, but it was incredibly smart of everyone involved to listen to the fans and give them what they want. The consumer always determines what is right and what is wrong. They made their voices clear, and we listened. Translation is, damn, we're smart here in Hollywood. Now let's all take a sail on my yacht. Runs on the bones of the animators we fired.
Fowler, the director, tweeted out his own gratitude to the fans today, saying, "Thank you to all the amazing people that helped make the Sonic movie, and thank you to the fans for sticking with us and delivering an extraordinary, record-breaking weekend."
Like we said though, this almost never happened.
So after the backlash, the handwriting seemed to be on the wall for Sonic and his big screen debut. Because when last-minute changes like this have to be made, that is a really bad sign. And a Canadian studio called the Moving Picture Company in Vancouver got the job of fixing it.
Yeah, they had a great pedigree too, right, Zach?
Yeah, they won an Academy Award for their work on The Life of Pi. They've also worked on The Lion King, Watchmen, and Call of the Wild. If you're wondering why we're talking about the studio in the past tense, well, that's because it's been shut down.
Very common for effects studios to be bankrupted by huge movies.
And
Happened with
Nombre
Lord of
de
the Rings.
Padre? Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Awesome. Yeah, in December, company officials announced they were shuttering the studio just weeks before Christmas, citing increasing external market pressures. It's not clear how many people lost their jobs, but at one point in 2013, the studio had more than 800 artists.
Oh, that's a huge bummer.
Yeah, that blows. We're sorry to any animators that had to crunch on this bullshit and then lose their job. Of course, video game movies haven't always had the best luck at the box office. Detective Pikachu was a decent hit for Warner Brothers. Hi, corporate overlords!
We love you!
Hello! But others haven't done well. Assassin's Creed and Warcraft weren't very well received.
What?
In 2016. The Tomb Raider reboot did well enough in 2018 that a sequel is scheduled for next year, though. But hey,
That was a very average movie.
yeah, I'm gonna probably download that, rent that, and then
do it.
watch. Anyway, with Sonic, maybe we're on the dawn of a brave new world of video game movies.
Does anyone want an era of really good video games? Let's
No!
just Zach, do you want an era of good
I mean, to be
video
fair,
game
we've,
movies?
we've squeezed like all of the juice out of the comic book fruit.
He's
Like,
dodging the
we're
question.
we're getting there. I mean, like it just seems
coward.
logical that like
Is that what you want? Is an era of video game
if they're all like, look,
Yes or no?
I didn't
Just say
mind.
yes or no.
I didn't mind Sonic. I didn't
Okay.
mind Sonic. I'm totally fine with like it was a positive experience for me. Net. A good way to spend a Monday night with some friends.
Dude,
it's
they
it's,
have, like,
source-
a
it's
whole
going to
thing.
happen.
All
It's
right,
source-
thanks
I know,
for
I
tuning
know.
in to
Yeah.
Inside
Adam,
Gaming.
how do you feel?
Yes or no?
well, I mean,
No, yes or no? Yes or no? Amir,
It's going to happen. The source material is just going to be a thing.
cut it,
Anyway,
cut it.
no need.
I think it's a bathtub with a bronze Henry Cavill just permanently in it.
You want a horrible, disfigured monster of a bathtub that has Geralt's general appearance.
I
Instead
want
of
his
like claw
face.
feet, it has human Geralt feet.
It's just his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Ooh, Henry.
hot as
And then